Hey guys, it's Sophia again, here with another tutorial. This tutorial today is going to be about establishing your own style and what a style is, and just kind of how to get there with it. I know that a lot of people struggle with it, and it was the most highly requested one I put on the poll on my DeviantArt. It was surefire the #1 choice. So yeah, I thought I'd just jump straight into it. I was really in the mood to do a tutorial, so I thought, why not? Okay, so basically, if you're watching this video, you either want to know what a style is, or you're trying to improve on your style, trying to find your own style. And the thing is that everyone has one, and the reality of it is that you may not be able to see it yet. You might not be able to see your style yet because you might not have tried different things. You might be sticking to the same things. Also, we just see our own artwork. We don't see it as our own style. We see other people's artwork as their style, but to us, it's just our work. Like, it's not really anything. It doesn't really fit any category, it's just our stuff. As far as the places you can get inspiration from for your style, it can come from anything from, I don't know, like a TV show you watch. If it's like a cartoon or something, it might be from like a nature documentary. It could be from other artists, it could be from art books, it could be from, classical art. It can be, honestly, anywhere you can get inspiration for style from. I found that my style has mostly come from other artists on DeviantArt, but I'll get into that later. Another thing to take into consideration as far as your art style is that you might put your own art style down, you might put your own work down, you might not think you're very good, you might just upload on DeviantArt or Tumblr, or just do your own thing just for the hell of it. You might not think, you're really anything special. The reality of it is that younger artists, or even older artists in general, even less experienced ones, might see your style and think, wow, that's really something I want. Like, that is what I want my art to look like. That is what I want my art to be that good when I get that, experience. Like, you never know. Like, a lot of these people kind of hide in the shadows and they won't really say anything. Only the really brave ones will actually come out and say that they like your work, and I've dealt with this for a while. I've actually been one of those people. I can guarantee that you have too if you're watching this. So yeah, so just, I don't know, just remember that people are watching, whether it's, your parents, your friends, other parts of your family, like followers online, like that kind of thing. People are watching you, and, they're probably proud of you, if you made it this far. Another thing to remember when you're trying to get your own style together and establish your own style is the fundamentals of what you're trying to draw. Let's say you're trying to do figure drawing. And let's say you watched all the Disney princess movies in one day, and you're like, you know what, I want to draw some Disney princesses. This is just a random example. I don't actually spend my days doing that, I swear. Yeah, imagine that you just want to draw Belle, for example. You sit down with your pen and paper or your tablet and your computer, and you go, shit, I don't actually know how to draw people. And then you have that moment of, you just really, really, really want to create something, but nothing comes out like it should. It just doesn't look like it would in your head. And the reason for this is that you don't have your basics down pat. You're just trying to jump straight into that stylized version. And the struggle with this is that this is where mistakes happen. If you look straight at a stylized image of anything, whether it's a human, whether it's an animal, whether it's, landscapes, unless, you don't go outside, it isn't the reality. It's stylized, it's different, it's there for aesthetic purposes only. It isn't as it looks in real life. A good example of this, which I will take from my own experience, is the Lion King style of drawing big cats. And I can almost guarantee that more than 50% of you watching this or listening to this, whatever, would have tried the Lion King style at some point. You might still be stuck in that rut. The problem with the Lion King style, okay, I take that back. Not a problem. An issue that it raises once you get to the point of learning how to draw a character in that Lion King style is it has no room for growth. Once you learn how to draw it in the Lion King style, and you started off with a Lion King style, you go and try and draw a real lion or a real tiger or anything, you're going to struggle because you're going to keep, reverting back to that, different shades up and below the eyes, and, the really angular faces for, outlanders, or, see, it's that deep rooted into me that I can actually, name those kind of attributes off by heart. It's that kind of thing. So if you want to move forward, you really have to go backwards first. You really have to go and get your fundamentals in order. Go watch some nature documentaries, watch how lions move, watch how wolves move. I find that people who watch like Balto and stuff, people get stuck in that style too. I don't really draw canines or wolves in any way, shape or form, but you know, you kind of revert back to those stylized kind of things, and this can lead to issues when you actually try and draw a real life wolf, because honestly they don't look like that. The anatomy isn't there. It's very, very simplified, and then when someone says, oh, can you draw me a realistic lion or wolf or whatever, you're going to struggle with it, because you're not going to know where anything is, you're not going to know what you're looking for, that kind of thing. That isn't me having a go at the Lion King style, or people who are still drawing the Lion King style. I was there for a very long time. I can guarantee that most of us were at some point, and keep doing what you're doing. If you want to get out of that rut, then you go for it, but if you're happy in your little Lion King comfort zone, then man, you stay there, you know, whatever. You do you, man, you do you. Okay, so yeah, basically you just have to remember to go back to your fundamentals, do quick studies, different styles of like art movement. You might be into like, I don't know, cubism lines, or you know, fauvism lines, I don't know. Go back to the basics, see what you like, see what you don't like, and you know what, just practice it. And yeah, that's basically all I have to say. Establishing your own style is about thinking about what you want to see on that paper. You think about what you want to see there, and then working hard enough, getting fundamentals down, which is the hardest part, getting your fundamentals down of anatomy and movement and that kind of stuff. And then once you've gotten that down pat and you can draw that shit perfectly, then you stylize it to your heart's content. But it's trying to get there in the beginning, which is the hardest part, okay?